dating crisis. Not basically, we. So as this trend continues, by 20,
would you date
if he owns the bus?
What do you hate the most about dating?
Men.
Am I gonna die alone? No! Okay, am I gonna get married? Am I gonna go on a date next week? Close. Am I gonna go on a date in a year? Am I really gonna die alone? Oh my god, no!
Why don't guys approach girls anymore?
Because all men. Because every day we wake up and we are constantly reminded that we are the perpetrators, we are the bad guys.
We're tired of your bad attitudes. We're tired of your entitled attitude.
The biggest misconception men have about women. You think we don't want to be approached.
So do you like it when guys approach you on the street?
No.
Why not?
Usually I get a little scared. Yeah, I feel like it's usually like with bad intentions. Yeah.
I'm like on my own vibe. Like I'm like, I don't want anyone messing with it.
And even if you were to come up and talk to me after that, like, I would be really rude, but then once you leave, get so excited. But that's just my way of, like, interacting.
What?
And this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I have a question. You seem like the perfect person to ask." And I was like, okay.
Why do men think they have the right to just come up and talk to you?
And now, as men have stopped approaching them almost completely, they are finding it really hard to digest that as well. And the funny part is that for this alienation, they are blaming men when a lot of them were screaming that they don't want men, or men have no right to approach them.
What do you hate the most about dating?
Men don't put in any effort.
Men make the first move. Men will ask you on the first date. They'll plan it. Sometimes they'll pick you up. Often they'll pay for it. They'll sometimes buy you flowers or a gift in addition to that. Men initiate texts, phone calls, any type of communication. They move the relationship forward. Throughout the relationship, they do their best to meet all of your expectations, even though their expectation list is a lot smaller than ours. Depending on the man, you often get to move in with him, rather than it being the other way around. You benefit off all of his hard work that he has done in years and years.
we're just gonna lay it out straight. We're in a dating crisis. Not basically, we are. That's what's happening. So let me look at my research here, because I don't want to mess it up. So men looking for casual dates and our relationships is down 50%, 50, since 2019. Not since 1970, since 2019, right before the pandemic. Down 50%. They're not fucking looking. Which means if you're a woman looking, they don't fucking give a shit. So as this trend continues, by 2040, 45% of women, 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single and childless based on this trend. Let that sink in for a moment.
And looking at the current dating climate, this trend won't only continue, but grow, because modern women are neither learning nor accepting the responsibility of their actions. And the more this continues, the more you will see single and miserable women around the block.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalance. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong, it's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself.
She is just nodding in agreement with her. In reality, everything that woman said is going over her head, and that is the problem, because they don't pay heed to anything that isn't what they want to hear. And that is the sad reality of this generation.
Frozen food. So I look for somebody who is a good cook. I don't like cats and dogs. I have allergies. I have allergies. Otherwise, they're okay. And then somebody who is neat and can go out with me to concerts and shows and things of that nature. Stand-up comedy shows.
Awesome.
Somebody to have fun with.
Okay, well, those are some of those things. Now tell me this. What are some of your red flags? Some things that if a partner does this in a relationship, it's a no-go for you.
Well, somebody who's spending a lot of money on makeups. That's really a turn-off. And then, somebody who is not picking up after themselves, and I guess the last one would be somebody who's taking a lot of medicine, I'm looking for somebody who's healthier than myself.
Okay. All right. We did get some real ones that popped their hearts. Let's go down and talk to them. We'll start with this. It's a little, but I think you'll be all right because you have one. Let's hold on.
Okay.
But let's see. Name, age, and why you popped.
Charisse, and I'm over 65, and I pop because I'm a crappy cook.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you'll, it's always a good thing to try something new things. So, you'll be all right.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At least she was honest, which is more than I can say for the younger generation of women who will say or do anything for money.
Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. She cutting your hair too? I thought she was just cooking for you. Bro, you winning, bro. Look at that smile. Man. Shout out to you, bro. I think more men need to come together and lift our brothers up. We need to say, hey, brother, good job. And I just want to say, good job, my brother. You winning.
Hi, I'm I don't know what your topic is tonight, but I guess.
How old are you?
Guess.
Don't play with me. Guess these nuts.
These nuts? Got him!
Would you rather $100 or to go out on a date with me?
$100.
Why?
Not my cup of tea, man.
Fair enough. What is your cup of tea?
2 sugars, a little bit of milk, 2 tea bags only.
Fair enough.